help increase, multiply our world and all that. So it is usually it's gone so down from where we're coming from. These complications are what we know, and then we try to prevent them when it comes around. So when patients die as a result of cesarean section, we really have to know the cause. Okay. I've mentioned maybe from anesthesia or hemorrhage or some infection thereabouts.
Okay, we have another caller. Oh, I guess we lost that. Please try and call back. Okay.
Yes, I think the second question
that wants to know, she wants to know why people request it.
I'm sure she's one of those that are fearful for surgery, because some people have actually gone through it and they know that it's quite comfortable. With labor, you're going to go through a lot of pain. No amount of anesthesia will give you make you very comfortable. But with cesarean section anesthesia, there you wouldn't feel any pain at all during the surgery. So peaceful. You come into the hospital.
Pain comes after.
Well, but you come into the hospital, we prepare you like a day two and all that, and you go into surgery, less than an hour, you're out with your baby.
So what should a woman know before and after the surgery?
Yes, it's important for the woman to know the reason why she's having a cesarean section, because most times it helps to decide another CS if it has to come in. So by the time you are meeting another doctor, you have to have known why you had a cesarean section in the first place. Then secondly, you should know that you should be aware of possible complications, so that when they even arise, you'll be able to cope and we'll be able to solve the problems together and all that. And then how to prepare for it as well. There are some things we need to prepare along, that's in before, that is you're not supposed to eat, just a normal surgery and all that, make you relax, that there's no problem. Many people have had it. It's not the first time we're doing it and all that, that everything will be fine. So those are just basic things that the woman should know.
And after the surgery, I hear that sometimes the woman will have to stay for some days before eating. And all.
Yes, well, it's getting better that it might even be for some hours before the patient eats, as soon as we are sure that, because the problem is during the surgery we tend to touch the bowels, and at that time the bowels may stop functioning the way it should. If you feed immediately after the surgery, apart from touching and then the anesthesia complication, you may start vomiting. So we want to rest the bowel for a while before we start.
Just hold your thoughts. We have another caller. Hello.
Good morning. My name is Amaka.
Thank you,
Please,
Amaka.
I want to ask a question. I am a mother of 3, and I had my 3 children with cesarean section. So is it any possible for me? Because people were telling me that I shouldn't go for another one, that I shouldn't have another baby. So is there anything? I want to know if I'm safe.
All right. Thank you, Nkechi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a testifier in the house. So very nice. Well, we always actually start counseling the patients when the patient is having more than 3, getting to 4 cesarean section, because at every cesarean section there's increased risk. We cut through the lower part of the womb, and it's a very thin segment, and by the time it heals, it won't heal with leftover muscles that helps to contract and relax at the next time. It heals with fibrosis. That means that like paper that you can easily tear. So imagine if the patient goes on getting pregnant like 4 or 5 times. That place becomes thinner and thinner, and may get to a stage that at the time of labor or even before labor sets in, she can tear that lower segment, and that's what we call uterine rupture. And that's grievous, because at that time, if you don't intervene on time, definitely the baby will die. And if the baby is dead, the next thing is that we want to ensure that the mother is alive. And at times, you can go to the extent of removing the uterus. In fact, that is the solution for uterine rupture. Removing the uterus to keep the mother alive. And if intervention is not given on time, the mother can go for it.
So if Nkechi wants to have another child now, she needs to discuss all of this with the healthcare provider.
Yes, at this point, this is the time we even want to offer family planning. That's a permanent type of family planning called bilateral tubal ligation. That means after this 4th one, please, madam, let's try and tie your tubes so that you will not get pregnant again.
Okay, quickly, because we are running out of time now. It's just coming to me, is this the fact or a myth that a woman that is not so tall cannot have a baby by herself?
No, it's not possible. There are assessments that we make even before we allow you to go into labor. You come into the labor ward, we do pelvic assessments for you, what we call clinical pelvimetry. All these are even guides. The best way to know that you can deliver yourself is the baby's head. when the baby can pull through, there's a lot of mechanism that the baby goes through before it can come out and all that. So we allow you at the first time to prove yourself that you can deliver. We don't look at the height. But at times, the height too can be a suggestion that probably this woman may end up having a cesarean section. We are even particular about the very short ones because they tend to have thick bones and their pelvic is a little bit smaller, you know. But we still allow, because dwarfs deliver themselves. How do they do that, you know? So we still allow the baby to come and see if you can deliver yourself.
Okay,
subsequently, if you deliver, and then
the same thing can also go for a woman who's had a CS before. She may have the other child natural way.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for coming today on the program.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
It's been nice having you. Thank you. And we'd like to thank you all for watching at home. If you miss any part of this or you just want to hear this over and over again, you can log on to youtube.com/channelsweb. I'm Yomi Otaigbe. Stay tuned for News Track.
At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that makes life interesting. To compete not only with players across the field, but across the world. It makes me feel joy when we win and sorrow when we lose. The action and reaction, colliding, falling, dropping, despite the odds. I love it because it brings me tears of victory, tears of joy. The skill that leads to the pass that leads to the shot that leads to the goal that determines the ultimate. Channel Sports, defining the moment of true sport.
Hello and welcome to News Track. I'm Temitope Fagbemi. Here are the stories and reports we're tracking at this hour. Like all of the challenges Nigeria has faced in the past, the 2015 elections will come and go, and the nation will still remain indivisible. That's coming from a former military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, who dismissed the fear in some quarters that Nigeria may disintegrate in 2015 as baseless. Speaking from his hilltop residence in Minna, Niger State, General Babangida said that though he is through with seeking political office, Nigerians should remain peaceful and support leaders who have a clear vision and believe in the unity of the country. A report published in the U.S. had predicted that Nigeria may not remain one country by 2015, owing to the differences that exist among the various ethnic groups in the country.
Disintegration in 2015. I can't, honestly, I can't see it happening. you can talk about it. A country that is about to disintegrate to going, oh, you know it.